So they fired 700 people for AI and hired them back. Guys, a company fires 700 people, go on live television and tell the world, AI is replacing our workers. We do not need humans anymore. So what happens? The stock prices go up, investors are happy, and everything seems to be going, well, all right, until a year later, they started slowly, quietly hiring every single one of those individuals back. Why? Because let's face it, AI couldn't really do the job. Now, that actually happens. One of the most important stories regarding AI and work that no one is really talking about. Because here's the truth. The story about AI replacing work is over-exaggerated, full of corporate spins, outright lies, and just human resource games. But it doesn't really mean the threat isn't real. It is. But it's over-exaggerated. Alright guys, today at TMI, we're going to untangle all of it. The real stories, the real studies, the real pictures. So now, let's get it.
Suggesting intelligence condition check.
Let me ask you something. Have you ever purchased something online and then you will see an option to pay in 4 different installments? Yeah, that's probably the company we're talking about, Klarna. So it's a big fintech, Swedish fintech company. Big billions of dollars. And in 2023, their CEO, Sebastian Smetowski, decided to do something bold. He stopped hiring humans for about 12 months. So within the space of 12 months, Klarna, in partnership with, OpenAI, decided to build an AI assistant, now customer service assistant, where people send their emails, their queries and everything, and you don't hit human representative anymore, you hit AI. So after this, the result looked incredible on paper. The AI handled 2/3 of conversations. Now that's around 2.3 million conversations per month. It handles up to like 35 different languages. So it looked incredible for investors also. It handled refunds, returns, and payment. And looking back at it, I've had this experience where I was billed without my notice by Vassals, one of my hosting, my favorite hosting platform now. So I went back to the customer care. I made some chats. They said, okay, where's your receipt ID, blah, 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 blah. You get your refund within so working days. It's obvious it was AI because the response was way too fast for Amanda in the help desk and all that. So it happened, and within a couple of days, I got my refund back. Now that's efficiency, that's speed. So the risk is there. But let's get back into the story. So now the CEO of Klarna went on live TV, and I quote him now, AI is doing all the jobs that we as humans can do. Now, over the year, the company, from a headcount of 5,500 employees, dropped all the way down to 3,400 employees. They saved around $10 million that year, and investors, they loved it. It all looked like the future of work was happening in real time until customers started raising concerns. They started complaining. The AI was fast, AI was bold, but it kept giving generic answers and struggled with nuances where the customers complain about funds, be like the story I told you about my funds. So they started complaining about withdrawals and all those kind of things. And then things that got emotional to the customer, but the AI couldn't just relate. It kept getting random, generic responses that most of the time were not tallying to what they were making queries about. Now, customer satisfaction dropped. Operation problem piled up. Then Klarna in mid-2025 went back and slowly, quietly started hiring every single one of those individuals back. Now, the CEO went back on live television, same guy, same company, and said something a bit different now. He said, we focus too much on speed, cost, and efficiency, but It was never really the answer. And the result of all that was lower quality, which was not sustainable. He actually said, we went too far. We went too far. And the new company like Klarna became, and I think it's something really important you need to know, became AI gives us speed, talent gives us empathy, and together we can produce services, fast services when it should be, and empathetic and personal services when it is required. Now, that's not a future story, that's a lesson story. And it's one of the most important things companies has ever said in live television regarding AI and job taking. But Klarna is just one company. More about the bigger picture. Now there's a term economists, researchers, and HR experts are using to quietly describe something that has been happening inside of corporate America. And that term is AI washing. On the term AI washing, it's something used by corporate companies now to blame artificial intelligence for the laying off of staffs. Now, this usually happens when staffs lose their jobs due to the company making bad debts, the company overhiring, the company not making good revenue. So they lay off staff and then they go on live television, they go on social media and say, we've adapted to artificial intelligence, we don't really need humans anymore. No, it's an outright lie. They do all this because they're not making money anymore. So instead of coming out to tell us the truth, they go on social media and TV and they tell us, we are restructuring because of AI. And as always, suddenly it sounds like innovation, it sounds like improvement, it sounds like the future. And then stock prices go up, investors, well, they start sharing. Now, an MIT professor told Fortune magazine, AI is a very, very good excuse to tell the world that this is why we are laying off staff, because it makes it look innovative, it makes it look professional, it makes it look more bold, it makes it look more futuristic to the viewers. So people don't see your company as something failing anymore. They see it as something that, oh, I would love to work with this company. Like, they're ahead, they're 10 years ahead and all that. Now, here's the part that should really get you interested. Now, in February 2026, Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, the company that made ChatGPT, was asked this in an interview, and then his response was, many corporations in the world blame AI for laying down staffs. Whether or not it's about AI, they are not really telling us the whole truth. Let that sink in a bit. The CEO of the major artificial intelligence company in the whole world is saying people are using his company to tell lies about the laying off of his staffs. Like, you can't make this shit up. And the data backs him up, because a study by the National Bureau of Economic Research, one of the major and most respected economic research in the US, they surveyed thousands of C-suite executives across the US, the UK, Germany, and Australia. Nearly 90% of them said AI had no impact in their workplace or working environment. 90%. A separate survey of hiring managers found 59% admitted that AI was a very good excuse for them when emphasizing on job layoff, because it pays better with investors other than having to admit to financial constraints. When you hear about company X go on live television and say, we are laying off 5,000 staffs due to AI adoption, you should ask yourself this, is this really AI, or is it just a convenient story? Because let's face it, a lot of time it's the second one. But now, guys, here's why you still need to pay attention. Now guys, let me make something clear, because the channel is based around truth and not comfort. Just because I emphasize on this story doesn't mean the threat isn't real. It is real, but on a different timeline from what the media is making it seem like. A Goldman Sachs economist projects that AI-driven job displacement could add to 0.3% of job displacement in the world, and 0.3 sounds like a little number, but to countries like the US, that's millions of people losing their job due to the actual AI adoption in 2026. Now, there are deeper estimates that over the full transition period, around 6 to 7% of workers will be displaced due to AI adoption. And it's not now, but over the next decade. So it is actually coming. And some of the most respected voices in tech are being direct about where this is actually coming to. Now, Dario Amodi, the CEO of Anthropic. If you don't know about Anthropic, well, you know about Cloud Code. Cloud, yeah. So it's a product of Anthropic, just like ChatGPT, OpenAI, you know, that's so he projects that actually 50% of jobs will be displaced soon. He didn't actually give a time rate. Soon, due to AI adoption. Now we're looking at jobs like lawyers, junior accountant. Yes, lawyers, junior accountant. Talking about jobs like marketing assistants. Those kind of jobs that are usually safe path into middle class will be displaced. Microsoft Chef in 2026 also predicts that those white collar jobs that have to do with writing, summarizing, scheduling, and all that will be displaced within the next 12 to 16 months. And companies are already acting to this. The CEO of Shopify sent a memo to his entire workforce saying, well, in quote, reflexive AI usage is now a baseline expectation. He said AI usage will now be added to performance review and hiring questions. Also, Duolingo announced they'll stop using contractors for jobs AI can already do. Amazon cut over 30,000 corporate jobs, openly citing AI as part of the reason. And a survey by resume.org already found 1 in 3 companies have already replaced some level of jobs with AI, and 37% to join them by the end of 2026. Now guys, here's where we actually are. The apocalypse the headline are screaming about job replacement, they are mostly lies. Well, for now. But the slow structural shift underneath, well, that's happening and it's accelerating. Now guys, what do we actually do to keep up with this advancing technology? Okay, the picture is some of these are true, some of these are exaggerated, and the rest of it is accelerating. So what does a reasonable person do to keep up with all this? Well, 3 things, and I'm going to keep it really, really simple. Firstly, stop asking, will AI take my job? Because, dude, it's advancing. It's getting better every single second of the day. Now start asking, what part of my job can be automated? What part of my job can AI do? Because guys, that was the real question. Most jobs aren't going away entirely. But the roles that are repeatable, the roles that are routine, the roles that are in the same pattern over and over again, they can be automated. So you now need to look around. What part of my job is automated? What part of my job do I do every day? What part of my job is, do I just tell someone, oh, I come in the morning, by 9 to this, I do this, and I do that, and then you follow this process, and this process, and the process. Those are the things you need to pay attention to. And the path that requires judgment, creativity, relationship, empathy, those jobs are getting really valuable every single day. The Klarna story already made that clear to us, because AI was fantastic in handling straightforward refund, I want my money back requests. But it wasn't efficient enough in handling customers stressed and angry who really need humans to listen and reason in a different pattern other than they've been wired to. And number 2, AI skills already pay more right now. You remember in the previous video, we talked about PwC's AI job barometer, where they said workers with AI skills already earning 56% higher than their co-workers who don't. So that number is only going to grow over time, because when Bob could write a script or use AI to do something faster than, sorry about the script is believe that aside. If Bob could do something with AI that now makes your job irrelevant, they rather pay Bob a bit more, like 50% extra to your, Bob sure knows 50% of your salary will actually go a long way for him. So they rather lay you off and then keep Bob with 50% extra to his pay. Every reasonable business owner will do that. I'll probably do the same. And here's where it's actually so interesting in our world today. You don't need to be an AI engineer. You just need to know how to use AI tools to automate, to facilitate your job processes. It is that easy. Now, guys, number 3, be skeptical with the headlines. Whenever you see a company goes on live television and say we've laid up 5,000 of our workers, you should pause and say, is that the real story? Or is that just a convenient story? You should look for the full story. You should look for the backstory. Did they probably hire more workers during the pandemic? Did they just come off a hiring spree and then you're looking for how to lay off staff just to tell a good story to make the stock go up? Probably you're having a stock problem. You should also check that. So they need their stock to go up. Do they need to lay off staff and keep the mind and the eyes and the concerns of investors away from it? Because if you tell me, oh, I just laid on 5,000 staffs and I'm saving you $5 million from your investment, I'm like, that's fantastic. Because guys, often AI is the story they're telling, but not the story that's actually happening. You could see Sam Altman, the CEO. So understanding that difference isn't just interesting, it makes you make career decisions without panic. You don't say, oh, I don't want to become a receptionist anymore. Oh, I don't want a customer service job anymore. I don't want a help desk anymore. Because people have that human passion for being a help desk, for being customer service, technical support. While some really don't. Then you say, oh, I want to become an AI engineer. And then you start studying for days, for hours, for weeks without actually assimilating anything. Because let's face it, not everyone has the brain for certain things. And then life keeps passing you by without you actually making decision of what you actually want because you're afraid. So now, guys, let's bring it back all together. So Klarna laid off 700 people, celebrated it, then later regretted it, saying, oh, AI doesn't really do what we expect it to do. Brought back the staffs, everyone is happy, they moved on. Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, went out to say people blaming our technology for things that it's not really affecting yet. And 90% of hiring managers, after a survey, they say AI isn't affecting our hiring operation, isn't affecting our job operations. Our people are still intact, our headcount is still 100%, and we're still pushing it as we ought to. And at the same time, the structural shift is real. It's slow, but it's real, and it's already rewarding people who understand it. Guys, that's what this channel is all about. It's not to scare you, it's not to hype you, but it's to give you real information so you'll be able to make smart and structural decisions, not based on what you just see in headlines these days. So if you haven't already seen the first episode where we talked about how AI is gradually shaping your life, and a Harvard research where AI outperformed our doctors today, you could go back and watch that because it is very, very informative. Guys, if this video helps you think clearly about what most people are still confused about and what they keep panicking about, what they see and then they start making wrong career choices, don't forget to subscribe because we have a lot more coming. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Just realized I look really, really pale today. I hit the gym a couple of days ago and then even yesterday, and everything is just sore. Legs are sore, arms are sore, chest is sore. I feel sharp pain in my back and everything is just so exhausting. So I'll see you in the next one.